soft closing doors for a Tesla Model Y right here. Open the door, and if you shut it like this, normal, right? But you can also have the soft close feature. If you close it just like this, look at that, it sucks in and it locks it. Same thing with the back door right here. If you happen to drop it just like this, it will soft close and lock itself in. Very nice. Now if you look at the wide shot, see what happens right here with the windows and everything. Watch this, you open this right here and soft close, pulls in and it closes the window. Sweet! This feature allows you to close the door nice, softly, and quietly. It's just a premium luxury feature that you find in Model S and Model X, but now in my Model Y. Sweet! So normally when you close the door, it's solid and it makes a lot of noise. But what if there's a baby on board? Now with a soft close, you can close your doors like this. Oh, perfect. You see that? You can just close it in like this, makes no noise, and it pulls in automatically and it closes the door. That is the soft closing door on the Tesla Model Y. A very nice modification from Hansho. So here you can see the automatic closing door. Like that. Open. Just pull it in. There we go. And there's no delay when you push this button right here. The moment you push it, 3, 2, 1, push, boom, doors open. So I saw other videos, there's a delay. That was the old version. This is the updated version 5. These things are sweet. Again, just pull in and it closes soft close. Very, very nice. And push the button for instant open, boom, it's open like that. Sweet. Automatic soft closing door. Let's go. Close them doors quietly. Alright guys, so we're at TES Studio today and we are installing soft close doors on the Tesla Model Y. So we got our shop here helping us out, and this is actually a tedious process. They told me ahead of time, be prepared, because they're gonna just take the doors apart and it's gonna look like an operation table here. And this is the reason why, if you're doing this modification, you may want to consider bringing them to a store, bringing your vehicle to a store and let the expert take it, because sometimes people would take a day, maybe 2 days or 3 days to get this done, where these guys can knock it out in 4 hours. And you'll see right here, we're not going to edit this video, or if I do edit, I'll put a time lapse so you guys can see the tedious process. They told me like it gets pretty complicated. Bolts come out, the glass has to come out, or maybe they have to remove part of the glass. I don't know, but we'll find out together here. So let's see how they do it. We are not going to bug them, so we'll let them do their thing, and I'll just keep going around and show you guys the different aspects. So you see it, there is some effort to take out the panels. So if you're not comfortable and you're worried about like breaking a clip, you don't want to do this, because these guys, they know exactly where the clips are, where to put the pressure, where to pop the clip. So all that, you know, it's stressful for somebody that doesn't have experience doing it. And of course, you don't want to do that to your car if you don't know what you're doing, right? Because these are beautiful cars, and if you have a clip broken, even though sometimes you have a broken clip, you put it back and it looks fine, you just never feel that it's perfect anymore, because you have a panel that's more likely to rattle. So that's why I don't want to do all this. And it's not that I don't know how, it's just that I don't want to make a mistake. So you got door panels, you got glass, you got pieces, you got bolts, and just having the bolts all over the place and having to remember which bolt goes where, that's a stressful situation too, because you don't know if they're the same size bolts, different size bolts, and if you get the right bolts, if you're missing a bolt, you know, these guys, they'll take care of it. And plus, when you install with them, they warranty the installation too for another 6 months. So if anything goes wrong, they'll help you out. So right here, we have 2 guys to handle it. And they did the back door already. Now they're only doing the front door. And you can see, this is a tedious process. It's funny because the actual kit is not what's expensive. It's the actual installation. And I would not go cheap on the installation if you guys are doing this, because they're gonna make sure they do it right. And you don't have to worry, because all this, you know, it's a lot of effort. And you see doors come out, all these wires, all these clips. So each of these wires have all these clips right there. And you don't want to put the clips back on the wrong way either. So we've got the door panel over here. And you have to have a large space to work with. You see how they park the car in front of this huge garage, and they're able to just kind of lay the panels out. And if you're doing 4 doors, it's crazier. So I saved you guys the trouble of seeing the back door. So it's pretty similar process. So we'll watch them do the front doors here. And again, we'll try to keep this unedited so you can see in real time exactly how the process goes. And if you guys are capable of doing this, go for it. So The instructions are online. There are guides and YouTube videos on how to do it too. So we're not gonna focus on the details of how to do it because we wanna show you real time how professionals do it, and then you guys can see if you can do it at this speed. If you can't, then expect to spend a couple days on this to do it correctly. I mean, there is some pride and satisfaction of being able to pull off an installation, a modification like this on your own. But at the same time, if you don't have the patience or you don't have the time to, take it to TES Studio. They're in Tustin. They'll take care of you. They just installed the automatic frunk for us, and it's so sweet. Something like that, the automatic frunk is something I would have installed myself. They spent maybe about 45, 30 minutes to install it and spending time talking to me while they're doing it too. So they could probably knock that out in like 20 minutes, yet still do a very meticulous job. But that one, I would actually say if you are capable of changing your oil, you can probably do that by following their simple instructions. That's something I would recommend you guys do. Whereas this installation, this soft closed door, look at this. They have to tape down the mirror, the glass here. Like, I do not want to accidentally drop the glass. I do not want to have to end up paying for damages that I've done. So with them, they do it. They ensure they add extra warranty to their installation. So this is definitely worth the investment. If you're gonna go do these soft closing mods, definitely let them take care of it. And plus, they also have other mods you can do while the doors are open too. For example, if you want to do the auto opening doors or the auto presenting handles, those are things that you might want to consider as well. Might as well when the door panels are open, right? So I don't want to tell these guys, but I might do that modification later on. This is my first step in the EV mod, and I'm so happy with the automatic frunk. Like, guys, you cannot believe how useful this frunk is, especially on the Model Y because it has more space than the Model 3, and we use it a lot. We use it for when we do takeout foods. We use it for when we just have food that can spill and we don't want to put it in the bag. But when your hands are full, having to open this is an issue because not only when you open with the app, you have to lift up manually. Now the automatic thing makes it super easy. So I'm very happy with that mod. So this is a second mod they're doing for us, and I'm gonna be really happy with this too. I already saw how the back doors are auto soft close. They are sweet. So here's just the process right here. You can see they're still working on it right now. And there are a lot of pieces. Can you just imagine fishing out the wires and making sure to map all this? I would recommend if you guys are taking it apart to take lots of pictures and maybe even just do a video so you know exactly where the pieces are and how they go back. So you see right there, they're still taking it apart. This is the door panel. That's the side of the door panel right there. And they're just doing the front door now because they did the back door. There we go. They're working on simultaneously tackling this. Because it can get tedious. It can get tedious. If you do one door and then you want to go back and do the other door and you kind of dreadful of how long it took to do one door, well, be prepared for lots of effort if you guys want to tackle this yourself. All right, so they do have the tools too. Of course, if you're tackling this yourself, you may want to get some power tools that help speed things up. But yeah, this is probably a kit that I would say it's a yes, self-installable kit, but probably one that you want to highly consider getting experts to install. A lot of times when experts install it, it's the experience they have after installing several different, actually not several, like hundreds of these, right? So they have the experience, and with experience comes that unquantifiable benefit you get when you hire them for a service, because they'll be able to do it quickly and they do it without breaking things, and they do it just with peace of mind, plus they warranty it for you. So that's exactly why I would highly recommend, if you guys are getting this soft closing door kit installed, to go to some professionals. I mean, you can go to any professional, but specifically with TES Studio, they work closely with Hansho, and they're actually more or less the official Hansho shop because they started operating the same time when Hansho started in production too. So they're pretty much in tandem and growing at the same time. So when I actually contact Hansho to get some parts, they actually recommended TES Studio, which is why you guys saw in the previous video, we took the road trip from Bay Area 330 miles to these guys because it's worth it. If you guys want your car done and done right, these guys are gonna help you out. So you see he's working on that side of the door right over there. And they're tackling in tandem. Man, there are a lot of pieces. There are a lot of pieces. If you check out the speakers that we got in there, those are the factory speaker. Pretty big speakers. Yeah, again, all that wiring, all that bolts, just look at that, it's tedious. So all that panel is gonna come off too, my gosh. They do have to take out a lot. They warned me it's gonna be a lot of parts removed. And this is a lot. This is a lot. If you guys were intimidated with their Model Y front installation, which is not hard at all, this is something to be intimidated about. So in all fairness, Hansho does list the difficulty of installation on their website. So you should know before you make the order. The one thing I want to advise you is if you do plan on getting this modification, either prepare to install it yourself or get the shop to do it. Because if you end up getting the kit and you find that installation is too difficult and you want to return it, it's going to be a little bit of a hassle, right? Because in all fairness, Hansho did say it's hard to install. And I'm making this video here to demonstrate with you guys. Look at this, like they took off the whole panel and there's a panel right here. So that's crazy. And yet the glass comes off. See, I knew it. They had to take off the glass too. And you need to have a place to put all this stuff if you're in a small, tight garage. It's gonna be a pain to work with, right? You have these trims, you don't wanna step on this. It's just crazy. Yep. So far we're 10 minutes in on the front door installation. And there's this other side coming out. Yep. Yeah. See, even when you take out the bolts, oh wow, you gotta really pop that thing out. See, stuff like that will make me kind of hesitate. I don't want to stress out by breaking the clips. Again, they know exactly where to put the pressure and how to pop it out so that they can do it stress-free. I'd be sweating, and I'll be paranoid and it'll be stressful. And it's like, I don't want to put myself through that. So, yep. You can see all the bugs in our road trip right here. And I'm super excited that Frunk is already installed. That's probably the first mod that you guys should get if you have a Model Y, because that is by far the most useful mod I see that we're adding to this car. I mean, the soft close is nice. They also have the auto presenting door handle, which I think I might get later on. I should have gotten it with this installed, but I wanted to take a couple of steps at a time. That way we can kind of document our journey, and maybe I might tackle doing that myself. Maybe. But I might end up going back to them and asking them to take the doors apart again. They're probably gonna get annoyed with that, but nonetheless, that's why they do this, because this is their service. And again, if I take it to them, I always have the peace of mind that they're gonna do it right and they're gonna warranty it. That's kind of the most important thing, right? Because if I do it myself and I break not only my parts and I break their parts too, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a nightmare. When all you want is to have your nice upgrade, you wanna enjoy your car, it's just not worth that headache. But I can understand that if some people are far from TES Studio, they do have some recommended installers on the Hansho website, but I don't have experience with those installers. And you know, every installers have their own way to do things. I've heard stories where some installers, even though they may be experienced, they may take a lot longer because they may not have as much experience as these guys. Because again, TES Studio, they started around the same time that Hansho started. So they have a lot of experience with all these parts here. So look, that's a soft door module that they're adding to it. These are the old parts it looks like. And here, this is a close-up of that installation. So you see they do have to tuck in the wires and the pieces that go into there. You gotta know where to route all that stuff. All right, so we'll go back to the other side. We'll probably stick to one side and really focus on how the new pieces come in. So this is the panel coming off. So you can see there was a lot of effort. We're about 13 minutes in, and that's how long it took just to get to this point right here. This part where the mirror, the glass is off, the panel's off, and remember there was a panel in front here that housed the speakers, that panel right there. So that's all off now. So this is the original module that they're going to take off before they install the soft close module. So we'll hang out here for a little bit, and that way you guys can see the new part come in. So here we go. So some of the installation that we're thinking about upgrading later, and you guys can put in the comments down below which modification you think we should go next. They have the RGB kit. They actually have 2 RGB kits, and I guess I'm going to have a tour later on which part does what. But they have a laser engraved kit, which actually costs maybe 2.5 times more than the Ultra 64 RGB kit. And I was surprised because on the website, they said that the laser engraved kit does not work with the 2023 Model Y. And I'm like, darn, I guess I'll have to stick with the lesser expensive kit, which means I lose out on some of the feature, such as the integrated controls right on the center console, which I think makes it really factory, and that kind of solidifies it as a more OEM installation. So good news is they took a look at our 2023 Fremont factory built Tesla Model Y. This is the performance, by the way. And they said that the laser etch RGB kit is compatible. So we'll get more detail on that. So let me know, do you think I should do that kit installation next? Or maybe I should get the auto presenting door handles next? Or maybe I should go for the auto opening so that it's like more like a Model X where you could walk up to the door and it opens up. And the way that that works is they have sensors here on the back mirror. They have sensors right underneath your front mirror to make sure that there's no obstacle, and then they'll be able to they'll be able to automatically open the door as you walk up to it, and then you can close it by either pushing the button on your door or stepping on the brakes. It's pretty sweet, to be honest. So that's another mod I'm thinking about doing, but that mod is a little bit expensive, especially if you do the front door and both the front door, right? So you can also only do the passenger door, which is actually not a bad idea, because I don't know, maybe my passenger doesn't want to deal with the auto opening door. Plus, sometimes it's a little bit stressful because if you are opening the door and there's like a curve, and especially on the passenger side, right? You know, you have to be really careful. You know there's going to be a curve. You might hit it, so you open it a little bit slower. With the automatic door, I'll have to talk to them later about it and get the details. Like, what if I don't want the automatic door to open? So stuff like that. So I'm hesitant to get that upgrade right off the bat. But definitely, I would totally recommend getting that automatic front. That's a no-brainer. You gotta get that. If you're gonna modify your Tesla at all, even if you don't plan to modify your Tesla at all, get that mod, because that makes the Model Y the perfect vehicle. Like I always say in all my videos, that the Model Y is really like one of the epitome of the EV. It's a very fast performing car. It has the versatility of the back seats. It has the fold down, the hatchback, the storage. It's very economical in terms of price now with the incentives and the lower price of the Model Y standard range one. It's a really good vehicle, and I always say the only thing that can make it more perfect would be that front is automatic. So that you guys gotta get that one. And if you want to see the installation on that, we have it in the previous video. So that one is an installation that is more doable, but this one, yeah, and we're about 17 minutes in, and yeah, they're still at it. So we're gonna keep this real time and not edit. And keep in mind that these guys, they know exactly what they're doing. They're probably doing it twice as fast as the factory rated speed of how long it should take to install. Plus, not only is one guy working on it, they got the other guy here kind of working in tandem, like just crushing it and making this happen in record time. At the same time, not to say that they're not doing a good job. They're actually very detail oriented. And that's why I always recommend going to TES Studio, because if you saw the previous video on how they took care of the Model Y automatic front, they went the extra mile to really, zip tie everything, place everything in the optimal location, and even kind of make things even more factory, like route the wires and all the little details. So These guys, they do it fast and they do it efficiently, and they put it, they do a little TLC on top of it. And as I heard from them before, they take care of your car like their own car. And that's like a testament of any car enthusiast, right? You want whoever's working on your car to baby your car like you do, right? And these guys, they do that. And combine that with the warranty they offer on top, with their installation, their experience, their expertise. It's good stuff. So they're about 18 minutes in, and we're already popping back the panel here. So you can imagine something like that would have taken you maybe 4 times, 5 times, maybe 6 times longer. Plus, that's only one door. That was only one door that you saw here. And you got the other door, and then you got the 2 back door. And so you can imagine it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, some stress. And yeah, if you guys are down for the challenge, be my guest and install it. But if you don't, then there is the TES Studio solution. They'll take care of you. So they're still working on it right now. We get the glass over here, we get the door trim, and we get the top part where the window kind of glides down. And here's them working together. So it looks like you even need 2 people just to complete this part, right? So imagine if you're doing it yourself, you have to get your spouse or your friend to come over to help you with this, because you don't want to drop that glass. And they're apparently working together, because they were working separately on each door, and now they're kind of tag teaming on this one door right here. So let's see what they're doing. Let's close up here. And there's some alignment they did with that tape there. So he's holding the door for this other guy who is going to work on attaching it, it looks like. So again, real time, we're about 20 minutes in, and we are tandemly tackling both doors at the same time. So I'm going to go over here and get a better angle of this part here. So yep, they are attaching the windows back on the glass. There we go. Notice they do the manual tool here, probably because they want to have the precise torque. Again, stuff like that, like you guys don't really know when you're installing it yourself, right? Whether to use the power tool here, to use the power tool there. And oh, look at that. Looks like they're closing it up. So you got all these pieces. I always miss up and forget to put certain bolts back or forget certain pieces. And I would put the door panel on. I'm like, wait, what's this extra piece doing on the side? And it's like, oh, the stress comes back. It's like, I thought I was done. And then you guys gotta take the door panel off again. All right. It's kind of interesting that they are about the same speed wrapping this up right here. There we go. So about 21 and a half minutes in. And bear in mind, this is just the front door, because they did the back door already. They spent like I think it was one installer working on both the back doors earlier, and that took about an hour. So roughly about 30 minutes per door, it looks like the rate. The clip just snapped in right there. Oh, it broke? No. Oh yeah, clip popped in, yeah. See, I thought it would have broke, but nope, that's how you do it. Because that same clip right there made a lot of noise when he popped out in the beginning. So, see? And they warranty their stuff. Like if they break anything, they're on the hook for it. So that's another thing. Like you want to have somebody that knows what they're doing, because in case anything happens, they will take care of their work. They warranty it. That's basically it. So no stress, and get to enjoy the parts, and they do it in record time with the warranty. Peace of mind. Sometimes you just can't put a price on it. And these guys are not expensive. They have deals, they have discounts. Give them a call. They have all their social media there. I think they have a phone number too, so I'll leave that in the description so you can check them out. Again, they're in Tustin, So you will have to drive here if you are in other part of the country. We drove 330 miles. It wasn't that bad. This Tesla was from the Bay Area. We drove it down. It's worth it, guys. These guys are good. I would not tackle this myself. No way. So again, see, these are the parts where they went manual. Again, manual tools. So we're running about 23.5 minutes in. Now we get this grommet for the side mirror. Popping that back in. So one of the things that concerned me about this mod was actually I kind of knew what would require for even them to install it. And to be honest, I kind of hesitate even to bring it to a professional to install it because you have a nice Model Y. You have a brand new car, and yes, you want the soft closing feature, but to think about them tearing your baby apart, taking all of the panels off, taking out the glass, and just doing all this intensive operation, you never know the quality of your installer, right? What if they are kind of subpar and they just do it to get the job done? Maybe later down the road, you realize that you have some panels rattling because they didn't put the clips back on correctly, or maybe they missed some clips. Stuff like that may be hesitant. But the moment that they finished installing the front for me, I realized that these guys were meticulous, and that made me feel super confident that they're gonna do a great job on the soft closing doors. So again, even if you were to do it by yourself, you guys have to have somebody to help you at this step of the way. So one guy's got to hold the glass, and the other installer needs to carefully lock it back in. And you just can't put a price on experience, because this is experience, guys. Even when you take it to a shop that can do this stuff, and say that shop hasn't done a lot of these kits, I still would hesitate, because that means they need to read the manual. They need to try things out. They need to have a double take. Whereas these guys, they know exactly what they're doing. You don't see no manual on the ground. You don't see a manual a mile away, except in the boxes over there. But my point is, they don't need the manual. They can do this in their sleep. And that's when you feel confident that a shop can handle it for you, especially a part or installation as frequent as this.
Happy birthday, man.
How's this doing looking over here? Yeah, we had the double pane glass right there in the Model Ys. All the new Highlands have double pane glass in the front and back, by the way. Oh look, they got this door panel back in already. Still got some parts here. And look at that, they got some screws, bolts. There we go. There's that other side of the door. It's looking pretty good over there.
Oh, the angle is working. Yeah.
All right, so we're about 26.5 minutes in. And again, they're looking to adjust it a little bit. So it looks like they had to kind of tape the mirrors. And I noticed that they put markings. So I think there's some definitely guides to make sure that when you put it back in, that you guide it in correctly. Otherwise, you're going to have some alignment issues. And the last thing you want to do is have an alignment issue, because if you guys know, the Teslas have frameless glass. So when you close the door, those glasses are going to push up on your grommets over there. And if you have a misalignment, that's going to provide opportunities for wind buffeting, wind noise, and all that to happen during your drive. So again, other things to worry about when you are tackling this. That's why, like I said, I was stressed out doing this, because there's so much that gets involved with taking apart all these parts. Because number one, what if you break something? Number two, what if you put it back the wrong way and you cause more problems? And of course, when you break something, that can mean your own parts or the Honcho parts. So then you got to deal with warranty on both sides. And it's not under warranty if you do it yourself, right? So you gotta see if they can help you out and send you a replacement part because you broke something, which I don't know. At that point, it's kind of on you. So again, warranty, peace of mind. And again, we are not editing this video because I do want to show you real time how long it actually takes to install this. 28 minutes. Yeah, so they had the door panels over here, and now everything's coming together and it's looking clean again. So when you take a car to a shop and you let them work on it, and then you come back and everything is installed, everything is nice and working smoothly, you forget to appreciate this. Because normally shops, they like to work quickly, and also a lot of people don't want to see all of this stuff because they have other things to do. But this video really helps highlight the efforts and the attention to details that go into this installation. So sometimes when you get the bill and you're like, well, this is kind of pricey, like maybe I could have done that and saved this much money. Just think about it. Think about it for a second, how much time it would have taken, not them, but you, right? Because it might take them 4 hours for this installation, but there's multiple people working on it with tons of experience, and that experience is something that you can't really quantify because the experience of them not making mistakes, doing it much faster and doing it efficiently, and then getting all the little TLCs that they do, like put a little extra zip tie here and there, and making sure that you get the most optimal installation because they're going to treat your car like their own car, right? Like this little material right here, they make sure that it goes back in place, so everything is perfect. Because Teslas they're well designed, right? Like everything is engineered to be efficient. They're lightweight, they have good material, but if you miss a clip, then that's going to be likely an area where it's going to rattle. Stuff like that you just want to avoid. Look at that, they give it a little TLC because when they're working on this, they have their fingers holding the glass, so they clean it up for you, make it look presentable. So soft closing door. Do you guys think this mod was worth it? Do you think it was a good option? Would you guys do this mod? Let me know what you guys think. I would say the first time I saw this mod, I thought, why? Why do this mod? Does it make sense? Is this something I'm going to experience? And it's kind of one of those mods, you don't know you're gonna love it until you get it. And I can already tell just by doing the test earlier on this door and how nicely it closes that I'm gonna use the heck out of it, and I'm gonna really appreciate it. It just kind of fits the whole Tesla vibe, right? Because the way the automatic front closes, the trunk closes on the Model Y, it has that soft close pull. That will kind of mimic the same thing for these doors. And if you get the auto front updates with the power front from Handshell 2, the one that we did, so now the entire car is soft close. The front soft closes, the front door soft closes, the rear door soft closes, and then the trunk soft closes. So everything soft closes. So it looks like they're wrapping up right now. They just took out the tape and they're doing the final attachment of the bolts and the panels. And this side right here, looks like we are wrapping this side here, cleaning out the glass, and they're gonna close the door. There we go. So the cool thing about the soft close is if you have people that don't know you have soft close, they can close the door just normal and it doesn't damage or doesn't hurt the car in any way. But if you do the soft close, look at that, look at that, look at that. That's crazy. Did you see that? Here, let me show you guys one more time. This is the beauty of a soft close. You see that? Look at that, look at, you pop the door open, and if you just close it soft like that, that's kind of a normal close, right? But if you're like on a hill and it's hard to close, you can get the door just right here. Look, I'm gonna let go. And you can just kind of give it a tap right there and it soft closes. So most of the time you're not gonna be that soft on it. You'll at least put a little bit of force and boom, soft close. Especially if you have babies in a car, you don't want to slam the door. It's just awesome. This is a luxury feature. Again, a feature you don't know you're gonna love until you actually get it. And then you're wondering what makes a premium car like the Model X and the Model S a premium car versus a standard car. It's like little details like that, right? Little details that you don't really pay attention to. But there we go, the mod is installed. They are cleaning up, they're taking out the tools. We're putting the stop on the clock. It is 32 minutes. So I was right, the back two doors took about an hour, right? So that's 30 minutes a pop because there was one installer installing both the doors back there. So that's 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. That is 2-hour installation. Crazy, right? And again, it would probably take me 3 days if I'm lucky. Not to mention I might have broken some parts at the same time. And the amount of stress that this would give me would not be worth it. But now the installation is done. I mean, look at this. Boom. That's the normal close. The soft close right there. Soft close. Boom, soft close. And you saw the front is also soft close now too. So I'll show you this. The front is really nice. The front is really nice. So let me see if I can pop the front open right here. So now I can open the front like right here. Boom. And you can see the front opens. And you'll see the soft closing mechanism now that they added to the front. And like I said, it kind of goes with the whole vibe of everything being premium. So now I can push this button right here, boom, and then this thing will close. And listen to this. Now it's going to be that soft close mechanism right here. That is sweet. You got the soft close, and the fitment is perfect because they marked it so that after they install it, everything aligns perfectly. Again, no stress on my half at all, right? Because you take it to a shop, you don't have to worry about anything. So that one's installed. So all 4 doors are soft close, right? So this one is soft close right there, and then this back one is soft close. You can get this kit to soft close on just the back door or just the front door. I think usually people just do either the front doors or all 4 doors. So might as well go do all 4 doors. And of course, you know that the back here, this one is automatic because if you have a Model Y, you know that the back is automatic. And it does the same thing. They're all soft close now. So listen to this motor as it closes. Whoops. Sometimes even the factory model doesn't soft close right. So this is kind of a known issue with the Model Y. So we'll close it a couple of times right now to see if I can get that soft close to actuate. Listen to it. There we go. You hear that? That's the soft close. So all 4 doors and the trunk and the front now does that automatic soft closing sound. So there we go. Upgraded to luxury. Model Y performance. This is a 2023 Fremont built Tesla Model Y performance. And again, this was TES Studio, and I think they're wrapping up right here. So there we go. That is the install. Oh man, they did it in record time. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. We also have discounts if you're shopping for the parts, including these soft closing doors, including the front, and the variety of stuff they have at Hanshaw. They have like screens, they have LED kits, they have automatic presenting doors, auto opening doors. They have a ton of stuff. So we have a coupon code for that. Plus, go to TES Studio for the installation if you can. They are in Tustin, and they'll help you out with this install as well as any other install. So there we go. Again, let me know if you have any questions. That's going to be a wrap for this video. And I just want to double check that they did install on this side too. Boom, soft close right there. And last one, boom, soft close. The whole car is now soft closing. Who doesn't like the soft close? Let me know. All right, guys, we're out. Peace. There we go. Tesla Model Y at TES Studio. Signing out. We out. Normally when you close your door, it makes a loud noise, right? But what if you have a baby on board? With a soft closing door, you can just pull it in like this and it will close by itself automatically. Very quietly, the soft closing door is a luxury feature. It's a nice feature so that you can close your door without making a lot of noise. Just pull it in like this and let it do its thing and it closes. It's really, really nice. The soft closing doors right here.